Welcome to the Followers Outpost. Here we have a location, Fallout New Vegas. Looks pretty normal from the outside, just a small little, I don't know, lookout tower, I guess, at this little train station. But what if we head inside? Well, that's a little big. That's funny. There's also this whole other room over here with all these beds. This room is about the size of the outside. So what the hell is all this? I mean, come on. Were they even trying? This is insanely huge. The roof is incredibly tall, and it's super wide. So in this video, we're going to discover more locations just like this that have interiors bigger than the exteriors, and some that have exteriors way bigger than the interiors. So this is just our first example. This is probably the worst case in the game. But let's see what else we can find in the Mojave, shall we? Let's go to the most obvious place in the game here. Let's just go to Doc Mitchell's house. The first location we're ever in to begin with. So, pretty nice outside here. Got a double window here, 4 windows over here, and 2 large windows here. Let's keep note of that as we go inside. Let's see, now on the inside, got this. Only 2 windows here, 1 window there, and there should be a window here. That's accurate, but it keeps going all the way over here. And I think the interior here, though not as bad as Followers Outpost by any means, it's still, the interior is much bigger here than on the outside. Look how long this is with this room and then over here as well. I mean, let's no clip as well. Let's see what the outside looks like. Got this large area out here. I actually have to use free cam so I don't get teleported. But you can see how large this interior is. And if we go back outside, we can see that it doesn't even follow the shape, really, of the house. Here we are back outside. Let's go into free cam again. It's close, but the interior is definitely slightly bigger than the exterior here. And what's weird is how the windows aren't the same on the inside, right? There's only 2 windows here on the inside, but there's 4 on the outside. It's weird how they model the interiors not based on the exteriors almost. Very strange. Especially looking at it from the side here, we can see that this right here is about the size of Doc Mitchell's living room. And we still need that whole medical area where the character wakes up. So the interior is definitely much bigger. Yeah, this room right here is basically the size of the outside, like the wall on the outside. And we still have all this over here. Yeah, Doc Mitchell's house, bigger on the inside than the outside. Let's find some more locations to discover. Here we are at Novak. This place is got some funny houses here. So here's like a normal Novak house, little bungalow here. Not too big at all. It takes about 2 point something seconds to walk on the outside. Come inside, it's definitely quite a bit bigger here on the inside. It takes 1, 2, and I was kind of dragging that too. I don't know. I'll throw some timers on screen, but it's definitely, it takes longer to walk the width here on the inside, for sure. Once again, these houses, just slightly different. Slightly different. I think the windows do match up here. We got a window right here, and the door is right in the middle. Let's see how that looks. Oh, wow. The exterior is completely different. The door is on the right third, basically following the rule of thirds here on this wall, with the window taking up the left third. And that's just, it's symmetrical here. It's down the middle with this window here. This got boards, and well, I guess, I don't know, it doesn't even seem like the same window. So very interesting. Does any of this matter? No, but it's just kind of funny. But let me show you guys something that is super funny here. You ever think about the dinosaur at Novak? Like here's the lookout tower, and here's the door. There's the lookout tower, there's the door. Let's draw some imaginary lines in our head here of where the stairs would have to go. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. The staircase would not work. This is a 80-degree angle. I mean, you'd need an elevator going from about here straight up to about there. Now let's go inside. Now inside we have room for a gift shop, I guess. I don't know, kind of hard to tell. But how does it only take like 10 steps to get up to the dinosaur's mouth? What is this, bro? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 steps. It takes 12 steps to get to the lookout tower? You expect me to believe that I just climbed 12 steps to get to the top here? Once again, this does not matter. It's not a critique of Fallout New Vegas. It's just hilarious, right? It's just funny. And it doesn't have to make sense. Actually, I need to enable God mode. I'm about to fall here. There we go. But that's just another funny thing I noticed in Novak. Let's continue on some more locations. Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler, the first casino you'll probably ever go to in this game. As you can see, it's got this skinny section of the building and this area to the right. To the left, we have this liquor store. Keep this store in mind here. We're gonna go inside. Now that we're inside, first of all, it goes back pretty far. I mean, we can't really see how far back it goes. And what about the area to the right? So we had that large area to the right. We still do. This is actually pretty accurate. It's not too bad. Let's go up here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I think this is actually pretty accurate. But what is this? This whole area to the left here should be a liquor store, shouldn't it? How is there a whole stage area? I mean, I guess the stage isn't real, right? As we can see. But let's be for real. The liquor store should be basically where this railing is, right? Let's go back outside. Let's look at where the door is, right? We got a couple meters to our right, which will be on our left when we head outside. Even that right there is stretching it. So right here should be the liquor store. And right here is probably where that railing we were looking at earlier was. And right here is where the stage would have to be. So the whole stage area, the whole left side of the Atomic Wrangler is cooked. Completely cooked. That should all be a liquor store. All be a liquor store starting from like right here. So very interesting. And it does go pretty far back. Let's see how far back it goes. Oh yeah, that's not far back enough. Come on, guys. That's not far back enough. Couldn't even place the texture aligned. Come on, guys. But yeah, this is obviously something you'll never see, so it doesn't really matter. You can also see how they place like buildings together like this. They got these overlapping segments, kind of something interesting to see. But yeah, Atomic Wrangler, come on. You got a liquor store next to you. You can't just build a stage there. Maybe they did, right? Maybe they did expand into the liquor store. Not inherently obvious that that's the case. But now let's move on to some other locations. Now we are at the RepCon test site. But instead of the inside being bigger than the outside, what about the outside being way bigger than the inside? And this is super obvious in a place like this, right? This place is literally massive, like the low taper fade in the big 25. But you know what's also funny about this place? It has another building just kind of stacked on it. Like, this is just a whole nother building asset right here. There's just, there we go, just right there on it. But you're probably saying, well, yeah, the outside's bigger than the inside, and the inside's all destroyed, and you probably just can't go to everywhere. What if I told you there's no evidence of any staircases or anything to reach the other parts of this location? Now, I'm going to increase my movement speed here so we can get through this place a little faster here. As you can see, right, here's the first floor. Got a couple ghouls in here. It's not very wide. Immediately, it's not very wide in here. It goes far back decently enough. But now let's see. The only evidence that we have in this entire building is this staircase. This staircase could be preventing us from going to the giant area until you realize, oh, wait a minute. No, we can already go up here. Okay, well, maybe it's this door. Well, I don't know, right? And we got this staircase and this staircase, but this just leads you to the labs. Is the labs that second building we saw stacked on the other one? I don't know. Either way, this interior is definitely not big enough, and it needs way more floors. Now, obviously, it's a video game. I don't expect them to match the interior of a giant location like this, but it's just interesting to see. It's just kind of funny. Once you start taking notice of it, it's everywhere, you know? But this is as high as we can go right here, and the width is just not too much. There's not many possibilities here for it to actually match the outside, because it just doesn't. Let's move on to a location that's a little easier to take track of and see its dimensions a lot easier. All right, we're at a slightly smaller location. Well, decent amount smaller, actually. We got the Jacobstown Lodge here. We got some doors here. Big old lodge right here. A nice middle connector to another giant lodge over here. So just a nice big lodge, right? We'll even get a nice outside aerial view here of what it looks like. So main lodge, connector, another smaller lodge. All right, let's go inside. Let's see what we actually get. Okay, looks like we got the main lodge here. Let's head upstairs. Yeah, it looks like the main lodge actually is pretty accurate. It goes back pretty deep, decently wide. Yeah, I think the main lodge here is good. But as you remembered, on the right, we should have a diagonal part that leads to the other lodge. But we have a science room with windows. Huh. Okay, what if I go over here? Is there, I mean, there's rubble over here. Maybe that's it, but that'd be a single hallway. Single wide hallway. That's not wide enough. And there's nothing else down here. It's just rooms. Let's go back outside. There's windows right there. Okay. Let's go outside and there should be windows. That's not right. There should be, the laboratory should be right here with a bunch of windows that keeps going. But as you can see, nah, we just get this middle part right here with no evidence that the laboratory exists from the outside. Here we have a case, again, where the outside is way bigger than the inside. You're probably wondering how. This is a tiny little shack, but let's head inside here. And it gets completely cut in half, basically. They turned a rectangle into a square. I'm pretty sure you can't do. Squares can be rectangles, but rectangles can't be squares, from my knowledge. But as you can see, it basically cuts off like right here and creates a square interior. Very strange, but that's how they want to do it, and then that's how they want to do it, I guess. Now, heading down the road a bit, we can see this almost exact same shack. I think it actually is the same exact shack model. Go inside here, and it's just about the same interior. They cut it into a rectangle. It's very strange. This one's even dug into the ground. So realistically, well, I was gonna say realistically there should be like a slope inside the house, but I guess they could have dug it out. Still interesting though. But yeah, rectangle has become a square. Very interesting. Let's move on. Now, what about our gun runner pals? Let's see what they have, right? Okay, they got a nice, decent, rectangular, kind of L-shaped building here. And then they got these extra 2 floors on the top. Okay. Now, what do we actually get? We head inside here by no clipping through the locked gate. Okay, we get a rectangle or a square shape here. And it kind of becomes an L. Okay, nice. This is accurate. This is an L shape. And another kind of L shape. Very nice. Okay, how do we get to the top floor? There's still 2 more floors to get to. But here's the thing. That's where they get you. They're fake. Fake 2 floors. There's no evidence of a staircase anywhere here. Oh, damn. Never mind. Gun runners, you're clear. But next time I'll get you. Next time. Now let's go to this weird house out here. Kind of near this corn, near the boomers, where the Brahmin that are hostile are. Well, let's go inside. What do we get? We enter into what was once a kitchen. It's all corn now. It's all moonshine. Then we got this kind of extrudes, and then this, and that's the whole house. Now let's enter in from this side again, right? So when we enter, we should have a good amount of space on the right, and a little room that sticks out behind us to the left. Well, the area on the right is there, but there's nothing on that side. And also, this would be flipped. When we go into free cam here, we can see the layout. We don't have that extrusion there, but it is kind of flipped. It not only is it inaccurate, but it's also flipped the opposite direction. This should be to the right of the door, and this should be to the left of this door. But yeah, once again, use a whole different interior model without matching the exterior. Very strange. Now, I want to show you guys the weirdest house in this game, and it really is the weirdest, right? It looks like a normal house. You know, you got this area, little spot to park a car, I guess. No doorway, though. What if we go to the side of the house? What the hell? What is this? Oh, this is supposed to be a hallway. This right here, which is about, I don't know, a couple of my characters wide, like 2. You can fit 2 people side by side in this hallway. What is the purpose of this hallway? And the thing is, it's not even here. It's not even here. You can see it doesn't even exist. It's not attached, and it'd be the width of this bookshelf, just about. Right here, as you can see, yeah, the bookshelf comes right to this asphalt. So it'd be literally the width of this bookshelf. It'd just be a hallway. It has windows as well, for some reason. I don't know why. And it's funny is you can look through this window and you can just see the out of bounds, I guess. There's no collision, I guess, or something. I don't know. They're not real walls though. You can see right through. And it's just so funny why anybody would build a house with this hallway. What would you even put in it? I don't know. Very strange. This could be the last building for this video. If you guys found it interesting at all, I know it's kind of a weird thing, I don't know, very unimportant. Doesn't really matter. None of this matters, but just something I kind of started noticing more and more ever since I looked at the followers outpost. I was like, this is weird. I started kind of looking at these locations, and enough yapping. Hopefully you enjoyed, and see you all in the next video.